All right, everybody, what's going on? It's Matt here from chilltcg. Got something a little bit different for you guys today. Nothing educational, no deck lists, no meta-analysis. Today I'm just going to be kind of rambling about one topic in particular, and that is Tag Team GX Pokemon, if you guys didn't know from the thumbnail. I made a tweet recently, a couple days ago, about how pikarom is one of the oldest decks in the format. One of the oldest cards in the format came out in Team Up, and it's still dominating the format. And it's not the only tag team card that's absolutely broken. There's things like ADP, Tag Team, Arceus, Dialga, and Palkia. There's Mew and Mewtwo GX, and of course, Pikachu and Zekrom GX. These are the three main culprits that I'm going to be talking about today. It's just going to be a quick video, and it's going to be my opinions on the topic. So, are Tag Team GX Pokemon too good? Well, you know, one thing that I mentioned with Zach Lesage in my previous video, and one thing that I kind of talked about a little bit with some friends previously, is that these cards, you know, they have abilities and they have moves that honestly break the game. Pikachu and Zekrom, that first attack is great, 150, accelerate 3 energy, but the second attack is 200 and 170 to the bench. That's 370 total damage for 6 energy. It's absolutely ridiculous. Most, support 2 prize Pokemon that are going to be on the bench, like Dedenne, and other types of Pokemon like that, they're going to have, under 170 HP or about that much. And being able to just take 2 prize cards or take 2 knockouts like that in one attack is absolutely ridiculous. And now, if you take a look at ADP Zacian or just ADP Tag Team in general, that card literally breaks the game. It breaks the rules of the game. You get to take an extra prize card, and you do 30 more damage. Absolutely ridiculous. I mean, when Pokemon made these cards, I don't think they really thought it through. There's plenty of tag team cards that they released. A lot of them are fair. A lot of them are good cards, great cards even, but they're completely overshadowed by these three tag team GXs. And this is what I like to call the big 3. These 3 cards honestly make up some of the best decks in the format right now. I'm going to talk about the chilltcg GG Tour online regional cup that we saw this past, about a week or two ago. At this point, it had about 400 players in it. And I just wanted to let you guys know, if you guys don't know already, that we didn't have any Eternatus VMAX, no Centiskorch VMAX, no any VMAX Pokemon really, or any decks around those Pokemon that made it into our top cut. It was almost entirely ADP Zacian, Mewtwo and Mew GX Pokemon, that deck based around pikarom. Actually, there was like a amalgamation of the 2 decks, and then pikarom and Pikachu and Zekrom. Those were the 3 decks, other than the one Blacephalon that dominated the top 8. Out of 400 players, we actually had 75 people playing ADP Zacian. Everyone knows that deck is absolutely ridiculous. Zacian in its own right is a good card, but ADP Tag Team is absolutely busted. Taking multiple prize cards, literally breaking the game, is absolutely ridiculous, especially when the majority of cards that people are going to be playing will be 2 prize cards or even 3 prize cards. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Those are the 3 main cards, right? They're absolutely ridiculous. They're absolutely busted. But I wanted to make this video specifically because, there's all that news on Twitter where Pokemon just copyrighted like a new, like a new logo, a new phrase, which was V-Unity. And this kind of sparked everybody's attention, got everybody up in an uproar, right? Because people were like, are they bringing back tag team cards? Everybody has been sort of fuming about how tag team cards are still way too powerful, even in this current format with VMAX Pokemon. And for them to possibly bring back a mechanic that is similar to tag team Pokemon, I think people are really, in an uproar about it, and it's understandable. The way that the format is right now, dominated by tag team Pokemon's a year or more after, or about a year after these cards were released, it's just absolutely insane. It really is. I don't know if Pokemon, will do it right this time with V Unity cards. I don't know if they'll make it. I don't know if they'll make it where you have to get. I don't know. Maybe you need both V cards of 2 types to be on the board at the same time before you can play a V Unity. That might make it a little bit more fair. But what's the difference going to be between these V Unity cards and V Max cards? Are they going to be better? Are they going to just phase out V Max cards? Or will they be, similar to tag team cards where it's just all people start playing? Power creep is always been a thing, right? Power creep in any card game is relevant, but I don't know if you really see too many card games that are dominated by year-old cards that are barely clinging on, right? That are barely not being rotated out of the format, even a year after they've been released. When Pokemon went into the Sword and Shield format, they made VMAX Pokemon, and I think they did that because they realized tag team Pokemon were a bit ridiculous, even though they continued to print absurd tag team Pokemon up until the very end of the Sun and Moon era. But VMAX Pokemon, in my opinion, are pretty fair. Yeah, they have more HP, but you have to evolve into them. They don't have as powerful abilities or attacks. I think GX attacks were honestly all very busted. But I think they did it. They did it right with VMAX Pokemon. But the problem is they can't release VMAX Pokemon. Or they did. They released VMAX Pokemon. After all of these tag teams were still legal in the format. And once those tag teams rotate, I think that the format will be healthier with just these VMAX Pokemon. But for right now, the tag teams are much better than VMAXs. I think one thing that Pokemon could have done was sort of make VMAXs or begun to make VMAXs that are better than these tag teams, but that's not going to solve the issue, right? You can't solve this issue of these types of cards being too good by printing new types of cards that are even better, because then people are just going to start complaining that, the VMAX Pokemon are way too busted and all of these old cards are just irrelevant. I would have liked to see Pokemon find a little bit of a middle ground. I think that would probably have been a better sort of, a more ideal solution, of course. But I think when they printed these cards, these 3 cards specifically, Mewtwo GX and ADP and pikarom, they just went too far. I kind of understand with pikarom as like one of the first cards they made, right? It was like, oh crap, this card's too good. But then they continued to make a bunch of toolkit cards, cards that you would play alongside Pikachu and Zekrom that made the deck even more better as time went on. Things like Thunder Mountain, things like Electro Power, Tapu Koko Prism Star, Dedenne GX, just all these cards that came out alongside or after Pikachu and Zekrom made the deck even better, as if it wasn't an absolutely busted card already. And things like Mewtwo and Mew GX, when that card came out, it was instantly phenomenal. That card, again, breaks the rules of the game. You just get to use all of the attacks of all of your GX Pokemon on your bench or in your discard pile. So it's like, if you're running a deck that's based around GX Pokemon, why wouldn't you just run Mewtwo GX in it? You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. It doesn't make much sense, but at the same time, I think those cards, specifically Mew and Mewtwo GX, they wanted that card to have a large presence in the game. Of course, being Mew and Mewtwo, very powerful Pokemon, very revered Pokemon in sort of the world of Pokemon, that they wanted that card to be really good. And I think it's the same way with ADP. You have pretty much 3 Pokemon that are considered gods in the Pokemon chronology, right? And when you put 3 god Pokemon into one card, it's got to be good, right? It's got to just absolutely break the game, and it does. So I guess they fulfilled their purpose with that one. But I don't know if those cards are necessarily healthy for the game. I think that ADP could have been a good deck. It's just that when they released Zacian, it was just by far the best way to play ADP. It was the best card that went along with ADP. And since both of those cards were so good, and it had other great cards in its toolkit, the deck just absolutely popped off and became absolutely phenomenal. But like I said, pikarom ended up winning that 400-man tournament, beating out ADP, beating out Mewtwo and Mew GX, which kind of just really talks to the consistency of this original tag team Pokemon, how absolutely busted Pokemon made this card without realizing that, a year later it would be winning some of the biggest online events, in the community. And I guess I'm just rambling at this point. I don't really have any sort of solution. I guess, with these V Unity cards coming out, I really hope that Pokemon doesn't go overboard. I hope that they really don't make these V Unity cards absolutely incredibly busted, because at that point, yeah, it'll phase out these other tag team cards, but, it'll phase out all of the other cards that were, came out prior to these. And I think Pokemon's in a tough spot. I think right now, the best thing for them to do would be kind of stick it out, continue making these VMAX Pokemon, continue making these creative, powerful, fun-to-play VMAX Pokemon and deck archetypes, and just sort of wait it out. Eventually, I think it's in August, rotation will happen. We'll lose these tag team Pokemon, and I think that's for the best. They might dominate the format up until then, and they definitely probably will, but, I don't think that's I don't think that's a reason to print these new versions of tag teams that are going to be even better, right? So hopefully that new mechanic, the V Unity cards, are fun. Hopefully they're creative. Hopefully they're good, but not too good, right? I think that's a fine line for Pokemon to balance. Either way, though, I definitely would like to see Pokemon do something different, and I would like them to hold on tight. Just wait for this rotation to happen. Wait for these tag teams to rotate and keep the format balanced, and keep the new cards, at least, as time goes on, as good as the old cards. But that's going to wrap it up for me, I've been Maddie from chilltcg. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Something a little bit different. Let me know if you guys want something like this in the future. Just a short video, kind of giving my opinions on a topic. Not something I typically do on the channel, but if you liked it, comment below, like the video, subscribe. Always helps the channel for sure. But I'd be remiss to mention that this coming Wednesday is the Chill Series 11, sponsored by Atlas Collectibles. They're sponsoring the prize pool, $255 of store credit in the prize pool. It's going to be great. Just a single day event. Going to be really great. This coming Wednesday, go check it out. Go play. Entry fee is just 1 Vivid Voltage pack. But at the same time, guys, Sunday after, we're actually having another single day event here, sponsored by GG Tour, which is giving $250 cash to the prize pool, and it's completely free entry. So whether you're free on Wednesday or free on Sunday, I definitely highly suggest that you guys go check out those two tournaments, go play in them. Definitely support chilltcg, support the channel, support the community. And I'm really excited to get the second season of Chill Series back up and running. We've been gone for a little while. An Invitational just happened, but I'm excited to get season 2 up and coming. But yeah, guys, that's going to wrap it up here for the video. A short one here. Let me know if you guys liked it. Let me know your opinions on Tag Team Pokemon and the topic that I discussed in this video. Big shout out to everybody. Yeah, I'll see you guys next time.